Assalamu alaikum, brother. Thank you for writing to our live session. As I understand it, you're struggling with your iman, and it feels like anything that you do doesn't seem to improve it. You did state, though, that it is due partially to a lack of your consistency. Throughout our journey in Islam, right, we have oftentimes ups and downs with our iman, right? And it's to be expected, and it's also to be addressed, because our faith in Allah and the way we conduct ourselves and follow the path of Islam is, extremely important. However, with that said, if you could think about these little ups and downs that you're going through as tests and trials, as well as growing pains, for lack of a better word, it might make it easier for you. For example, right, if you are having difficulty, keeping your prayers, doing things that are haram, listening to like voices in your head, not in a way that is, dealing with mental health, but, we all have a conscious, and sometimes it speaks to us, right? Like if we're doing something wrong, we think, well, I shouldn't be doing this. Or, thoughts like, well, I need to stop because this is not a good thing. So in that context, right, that is a positive thing, because it's our conscious reminding us that what we're doing is not acceptable and it's going against our morals and our values. The problem comes in, however, is if you think about this all the time, right? Like you did mention that you were fearful of becoming obsessive about some of these thoughts. And yes, that can happen, especially with things that are near and dear to our hearts, right? So it sounds like, you really love Allah a lot, and you want to, follow the path of Islam and be a good Muslim and grow and really, serve Allah in the correct way and feel good about it. And sometimes when we're not doing that, right, when we're at a lull, when we're at kind of like a down point in our faith, sometimes these thoughts and these feelings that enter our minds do kind of take precedence over the positive thoughts, right? So if all the time, we're thinking about, well, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, and I might as well just give up, and I'm confused, and then that can set up a thinking pattern of defeat, right? We're already defeated if we're thinking in that way, because that's thinking in a negative way, which reinforces our behaviors, our thoughts, and our actions, okay? However, if you turn that around, right, and say, I am going to stop doing this, or I am going to do this, and if you constantly reinforce the positive and reinforce the good things that you're going to do, eventually, over time, that will become a part of your thinking process. At this point, it appears that maybe the main focus of your thinking process is focusing on, regrets and negative thoughts and fears and so forth. So I'm going to ask you, inshallah, to please write down all the things that you want to do as far as increasing your iman. And that could be attending the masjid, reading Quran more, keeping your prayers, doing dhikr, things like that. You may even want to attend, some Islamic classes in your area. That could be very helpful as well, especially when you connect with other Muslims. That provides us with, a very strong foundation and support system, inshallah. So I kindly suggest, brother, that you do try not to worry so much about it and just do it, right? Think positive. Try to negate and diminish the negative thinking that's going on. And make a list and look at your list of the things that you are going to do and just do them. Now, I know that sounds easier than what it actually is, right? But if you make a list and you set up a time frame to do these things and you just do them, inshallah, it will become a habit and it will become like second nature to you. It will become to feel like it is natural, right? So say you want to read Quran more, right? So you would put that down. So let's see, for an example, at 9 o'clock at night, you will read Quran for 20 minutes, right? We'll start with 20 minutes. And you will do that every evening at 9 o'clock for, say, a week. And if you feel like not doing it, just say, oh, well, it's only 20 minutes. I can do this. And then you do that. And as time goes by, you'll find it to be much easier. And then you can increase your reading time. And after a while, it will become second nature to you. And you can apply this to other areas of your life as well, right? And these other areas of your life, would include, your prayers, would include going to the masjid, would include maybe taking a class, and it will focus on the positive, right? The thing is to get rid of the negative whispers and thoughts and conscious that is telling you, you're not doing that, you're not doing this, and it's having a negative effect on your mental health and in your spirituality. So if you could turn these thoughts around into something positive and into goals, inshallah, within a few weeks you should see a big change in how you feel, and a big change in your iman and your ability to grow closer to Allah and see things more clearly. It's almost like when we get these lulls or these down points in our life concerning Islam and in our faith, it's like, it's distressing, right? Because, we want to do what's right, we want to please Allah, but, sometimes it's, hard, or sometimes we get confused. And it's at those points where we really do need to remind ourselves that Allah is most merciful, Allah loves us, and by trying to negate the negative and replace it with positive affirmations and positive goals, inshallah, we can usually succeed to overcome this and become stronger in our iman. So I hope this has helped you some. If you have any more questions, please do let us know. We wish you the best.